We serve Cass and Clay County. We've been in existence since 1991, and in that time, we've built 65 homes. We're building 4 more this summer, which will take us to 69. And you were out on one of them just a couple of weeks ago. So
Yes.
thank you for that.
Yeah, you're welcome.
Affordable housing is a difficult topic to fund. Let's just start with that across our community. And it takes funds and volunteers to make Habitat homes materialize. And so from that point of view, we have relied on our community partners in order to put the funds together for our home. So when you talk about partnerships and who all gets involved, there are 250 volunteers that come together to build every single Habitat home. So this year we'll have over 1,000 volunteers on our build site putting together the 4 different homes. And we have no issues attracting volunteers in our community. We live in a great community with a great volunteer spirit and a very generous community that way. So we don't have an issue attracting people to help us build the homes. The issue that we have is putting funds together to actually build the homes or to buy the products. That's what we really fall short of. So a little bit of background, every year we have about 50 to 75 families that apply for a Habitat home. From that, we usually qualify somewhere around 15. Sometimes it's 13, sometimes it's 17. These are families that have met our financial requirements. They've worked with us for from 6 to 8 months to determine whether or not they're qualified. And at the end of that period, we select the families that we're going to work with to move forward. And when we have 13, 15, 17 families that have qualified and we can only select this year 4, that's less than 25% usually of the families that have qualified. In other words, they're an appropriate family to build for. We're unable to. So we have to thank them for the last 6 to 8 months of relationship building that we have with them. And then we hopefully we've imparted in them some knowledge that will help them perhaps in the next 2 or 3 years be able to find a market rate mortgage. But with us, then we're only able to serve those that we have the funds for. So there really is a need for a partnership here. And we have found that over the years that when we rely on our corporate partners, our church partners, so thank you very much for your church's organization and participation with us, individuals that partner with us, and also our communities. So in the situation we have with the city of Moorhead, with the Moorhead build we're doing, the faith build here, the city of Moorhead is involved, and they become involved either through lot donation often or through funds to help us mitigate taxes or special assessments. We're also partnering this year with a group called the Cass Clay Community Land Trust, which is a new organization in our community. They also have a shared mission, such as ours, which is to serve families in need of a home. And they're able to provide land at no cost to the family. And so we're able to work with them as a partner, and that just helps create yet another level of income, if you will, or funds to help us offset the costs of development so that we can make a home affordable. One thing I want to add to that comment is that our families walk away with a mortgage. So a lot of folks think, oh, a Habitat mortgage, or excuse me, a Habitat home comes with no mortgage. It's just a key in a home, and that's not true. It comes, excuse me, it comes with a mortgage as well. So our families have an affordable mortgage. It's based on their income, on their ability to pay. They have to have a certain income level, and once they meet that, they become qualified in that area. And then we're able to work with them, and they walk away with an affordable mortgage, usually a 30-year mortgage, that they pay back to Habitat. So we act as the originator of the mortgage and the funder. And at the end of the build, when they start to pay their mortgage back, that comes directly back to Habitat. So at the end of the year, when we receive our mortgage proceeds that come from the families that we've built, we have almost enough money coming in to pay for yet one more home just due to the mortgage proceeds. So it really is a pay it forward idea.
And I think that's the model that's been put together, I think that's something that a lot of the general public doesn't understand the ins and outs and all the partnership that needs to happen. Because I think we see the volunteers because that's a visible, people really enjoy going out and helping. And we know that there are families out there helping to build their own homes. But then I think where we don't see all of this substructure that's helping this is the partnerships with the city or with corporations, with churches, and all these funding sources. And so you mentioned for the Moorhead builds, we had the city of Moorhead helped
Yes.
in providing a lot, or they help with the special assessments. And then was Jordahl Homes also helping in this one?
Yes, in this particular case, this is an example of a private relationship that we have with a realtor. So in a developer, in this case, Jordahl Homes provided us with the lot. So while we have the lot coming from them, we have an expense with special assessments that is almost the same cost of the land. And the land trust was able to help us offset that along with the city of Moorhead. So there are partners that come together to make affordable housing work that if we were trying to do this on our own rather than building 4 houses this year, we'd probably just be building 2 because of the additional costs of specials. And this year we're seeing products that lumber in particular, amongst other things, they're skyrocketing. So the costs are going up. What we were paying for a 4x8 sheet of OSB, like a plywood sheathing last year, was $15, and it's $50 now.
That's huge.
Yeah,
It's a huge increase.
It's difficult for us to be able to offset that, but having partnerships allows us to do that. And as we think about this 2021 build season, and we have 2 homes started, and we're just getting the 3rd one ready to start. The 4th one will start in a couple of months. My team is already, the team that's back in the office is already planning for the 2022 builds, and we're talking to our partners, talking to our landowners, talking to creating the relationships that we need to be able to build next year and serve families next year. So we have to be at least a year out in advance, and so often it's a couple of years, particularly when it comes to land or any other kinds of donations that maybe not just a strictly cash donation.
All right. Is there anything else that like the general public maybe just doesn't understand about the workings of Habitat for Humanity?
Well, Habitat is a Christian-based organization, and we take that to heart. That means that what goes into a home is the love and compassion that Christ would show or did show to others. And so that's part of our mission. A big part of that is who we serve. We serve families in need. And it matters none what their beliefs are, as long as they qualify and they have a need. Then we encourage our volunteers and our donors to gather with us to serve families. So we serve families of all colors, of all religions. Just because we are a Christian organization, we are not limited to just serving Christians. We serve any family that's in need.
Well,